Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read Rick Riordan's Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, and of course this is the third book in the series. It's called Ship of the Dead. And if you know me well enough, you know that I can predict with great accuracy, and as foretold, I knew that Percy Jackson was going to be involved, and Annabeth, and Nico, and it was nothing short of epic. And if you know the the Gods of Asgard series well enough, you realize that Percy and Magnus have quite a few things in common. They have an in absentia parent, and they hardly ever get to see their parent because their parent is a god, and of course Magnus is an atheist, and of course that follows. But Samara shows him just an insurmountable foundation of faith, and I really like that about this particular book. And I thought it was a really nice kind of light on faith itself. But I also enjoy the books because they don't shy away from LGBTQ issues, which I think are very important. And I think Mr. Riordan is very forward thinking in that aspect, because homosexuality is not new. If you go back into Greek society, it was widely practiced, and the Romans had basically the equivalent of cabana boys. they were kind of pedophilias in a way, which is, or I should say pedophiliacs, excuse me, I will correct myself, but history is very unusual and sometimes not very pleasant to look at. And I really like the fact that Magnus comes off as, if I were to compare him to a Marvel character, I would do Deadpool, because he's almost exactly like Deadpool. In fact, he is Deadpool. I mean, if you think about it, I never really made the connection until now. I thought Magnus is Deadpool. He is. He's the Deadpool of that universe, and he's always making these sarcastic quips and just kind of snide remarks, and he's sarcastic and he's funny, and he does it so it's just his coping mechanism. And I never really put two and two together, but now I finally get it. I thought, that's why I like him so much, because he really doesn't take a lot of guff from anybody. But unfortunately, he dies in terrible ways. He comes back because he's an Ironheart, but it can't be helped. And another revelation I found very intriguing is Ironheart cannot produce young. They can't have children. I thought, well, the gods can't they? Apparently, because Magnus, well, I guess Ironheart fall into another category completely. But so I thought, ooh, that's a little sad, because what if he falls in love later on and he wants to have a family? Well, he can't do it. But anyway, Loki's back, of course. And in the regular Norse mythology, I absolutely hate Loki, but in Marvel Universe, I love Loki. I love to hate Loki, but he's always been, I always like tricksters, and he's at his best form and most detestable in this particular book. And they have a big banana. Actually, Magnus is on the big banana. It's a big ship. It's an enchanted ship. It rows itself. And I thought, are they taking liberties from Yellow Submarine? I think they are, because they couldn't use that. It's a copyrighted intellectual property, so the Beatles might sue. But big banana, you can't use banana boat because that's also trademark. But big banana would work, and it suits the ship. So it's absolutely sensational. And Riordan, you don't produce these books quickly enough. Give me something more. Of course, Apollo Apollo, I think, is my favorite of all the series that have been out because Apollo, of course, it's from a God's point of view. He has been cursed with the the trials and tribulation of adolescence, and if that's not funny in and of itself, yeah, I don't know what is. But I adore Apollo. Of course, I'm a huge Greek mythology fan, and Norse mythology is a second favorite of mine. And of course, this is true to form, and it's what you expect from a Gods of Asgard book, and some of it's predictable, but other parts of it you think, yeah, gods, goddesses, what you're doing, you best believe. I'm not going to say what happens because if you know what character I am trying to mention as an aside, I'm trying not to give it away, but it's probably obvious if you've read the series which character I am referring to. But like I said, gods, goddesses, what you're doing ain't working. So, I really don't have that much else to say about the book, but I do have good news. Sorry, that's disgusting. I don't know where I'm getting that from. I don't like it. I don't have that issue, but a lot's been going on, and the house is available. I shouldn't say the house is available. The apartment is available. It's not too far from where I work. Hopefully, I'll nab it before somebody else gets it. My sink backed up. My washer's not it's not draining properly. So I've had to hang dry everything. And I need to get a sandwich box because my dog ate it. Yeah, behind me, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a mass of just debris. But my dog, unfortunately, well, he's fine, but he got into some of my whey powder. I thought, what are you doing with my whey powder, dude? But he got into it and he ate a little bit of it. It didn't hurt him. And he ate some of my tea bag. Well, actually, he didn't eat the tea bags, which I thought was very fortunate because that tea is expensive. But that's pretty much what I've been through today. Actually, yesterday and today, which isn't too bad. But he's nervous. I'm anxious. I've had 2 breakdowns this month alone, not at the same time. But hopefully I will not have any more of those because I can't afford it. I know I have enough time off of work, but I need my job and I'm going to keep my job. I'm going to do the best I can of my ability. But today is the day that I am going to continue just packing stuff up and getting it ready for moving because that's what I got to do. But that's basically all I have to say. I know it's not that much of an update, but it is what it is. But as far as books are concerned, as I do with all of Rick's books, I think that they are just phenomenal. And this is by no means any, doesn't fall short of anybody's expectations, especially mine. And I give it high marks. It gets 5 stars, 2 thumbs way up. And, why is there a gnat in my house? That shouldn't be happening. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, Dizzy.